Welcome, everybody. We're back. Big news today. Big news today. So it looks like it takes a minute for this to load up. Thank you for stopping by, Tyler and Gamblestein. Gamble here has been crushing uh, DK Metcalf this whole time. Like, I think what he have like 35-40% in the big board on DK, something like that. Yeah, it's really good time. That's awesome. Welcome, Hartman. Welcome, Aaron Sandy and Scott. Yeah, so 35%. That's awesome. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Dale. Glad to have you. Hope you enjoy your time. Uh, we will go over the Steelers depth chart real quick. So, Robert Woods signed as well. So, they get rid of George Pickens. Calvin Austin comes in. They have Robert Woods now. Calvin Austin had some reasonably good games last year. He's probably draftable now. Robert Woods might be draftable now, especially in like on drafters. Uh, these are both very draftable. Pickens is going to see a lot more pass volume, not being in an Arthur Smith offense. So he wins. Metcalf wins. These two players win, and Mike Tomlin wins, right? So it's kind of good all the way around. Hey, welcome Hulk Smash and welcome Candyman. Had a good time last night. We'll have to do it again. But yeah, I think all parties involved win. We'll see exactly how that plays out. I do think Pittsburgh adds a receiver through trade. I'm hearing through the grapevine it probably does. Yeah, and well, when the trade happened, Dallas said they were talking to several teams. So maybe that means like a running back like Brees Hall or Charbonnet or Kenneth Walker goes over there. Maybe that means they were talking about other receivers. Then maybe Pittsburgh ends up with one of those. Who knows? Yeah, and Dobbs is the one that comes to mind for me. Like, uh, anyway, we're gonna enter a puppy, and we're gonna enter a 30-second version in 10 seconds. And for the second draft, if people want, we may go to drafters if any drafter only people are here. Drafters release their $2 mini, and for $2 you can 150 max. You can do 300 drafts or $300 for 150 entrants and 10K to first. So yeah, I think I would like to do a bunch of those. I don't know what everybody else thinks. And Drafters is like it's I love the app. I really like the application over there, like how it functions and everything. So, if you're just hopping in, please smash the like for me. It helps out quite a bit. In your third mini already? Nice. Quarterbacks go 2 rounds higher. Fantastic. That's what we need. Like all of them. Because I know, like in Sprint, Josh Allen goes in the first round. So, who knows? Hopefully, this 30-second lobby fills. I spent last night staying up looking through. I got through almost every single underdog pre best ball draft teams that I had, and there's some pretty juicy. Like I'm sure everybody does, but there were some teams that were really juicy. Like I have one with Rasheed Rice at 51, Adams at 66, Travis Hunter at 143. Now it only has three elite running backs. I went hyper fragile and Martinez was a bust. So there's that. Not all of them. I just got Burrow at 58 to pair with your Chase Brown. Nice. Somehow I built two Dallas double stacks with Lamb Pickens. Hell yeah, that is fantastic. I went and looked. I didn't have any Pickens shares yet in BBM specifically. What up, Putt Daddy? We are in a 30-second puppy lobby. This might take a little bit to fill. If we are having trouble, we can always pop out, but it shouldn't take but a minute or two to fill. I don't. Well, like, it's not bad. Like, with CD in the first and Pickens in the seventh, it's great. Like, when Pickens moved, because Pickens is probably going to end up being like a late fifth rounder now. I don't know how I feel about that, but like, it'll probably be pretty hard to get from here on out, I'm going to assume. What happens to CD target share? I don't think anything happens to CD's target share, honestly. Uh, because like he was going to get 150, 170 targets no matter what. Like the bull, like I do think it matters just enough to like not argue Jefferson and CD anymore. I think that matters. I think it's just my own take is it's just Jefferson now, but like you could easily still have Pickens at three or at CD at three, and the offense should be better with Pickens on it, so they should score more touchdowns, which gives CD a higher like he should be able to get more yards because they'll have more first downs, more chances of touchdowns, and all that as well, right? Like adding another good player isn't always a negative. They're going to be prolific enough to explode. Yeah, they're probably not, but they will be a better offense. Yeah, Pickens in the 70s is great. Like I've already seen it. Like I did one draft today and he went at 57. So welcome disbanded. I just wouldn't be going for him in the 50s and 60s. Yeah, that's exactly like he's already there. Like, and I'm not necessarily agreeing with that. Most of my Dallas stacks are Lamb and Ferguson, so I'm not too concerned about drafted teams. We'll see. Add a few shares of Pickens. I ended at 9% in the big board, which feels pretty good considering I didn't take any of him at the 50 ADP. So we're still waiting on 4 for a 30-second puppy. I will post it in the pound real quick. See if we can't get a few people. Um, Drafter still has him tagged as a Steeler, so he's going late 70s. Oh, nice. And yeah, I'm pretty excited that the $2 tournament's out because I'll be able to volume draft and feed my addiction a little bit without having to spend that much. Dak should start going around the Caleb Purdy range now that there's two drafters that want him instead. Yeah, that is a good point. And he should have more upside, and he's probably a better pick now, right? And welcome, Martin. I believe this is the first time you have been here as well. Welcome. Um, Still on two people. So, I mean, we all know George Pickens. Like he he absolutely spikes, right? Yeah, the problem is, and I probably just don't know how to do it yet, but I can only put 4 options in there. And I thought Mike Tomlin was funny enough that I just went ahead and threw him in there. Because I'm actually, like, I'm thinking about doing my first actual video. And I think that video is going to be about Mike Tomlin receivers. Because it's a really good point. And I kind of want to start putting stuff out on days that I work and video format will work for me because I won't really have time to like do a live stream, and it'll add more content to the channel and different content. So still waiting on 2 for a puppy, 32nd. I want a KC to move up and take Pickens instead of Sky Moore. You are not lying. I was very in on that. Didn't they just draft Sky Moore ahead of Pickens? Pickens was still on the board, I'm pretty sure, when we drafted Sky Moore. So, okay, well, if he hasn't rose that high, and I just did the one draft, so it could have just been one guy, trying to get his guy. We need to raise all Cowboys a little, and yeah, like exactly, like that's what I was kind of saying about Dak. Like the offense should be better. Like Jaden Blue is a little better now. Javante, Ferguson, they're just going to score more points. Like that is absolutely correct. I got the 12 spot. Hulk Smash at the 1. Covers at the 6. Hartman at the 7. If you are in here and you want to be known, give me a shout. The real question is, what happens when Pickens only gets 4 or 5 targets a game as a second option? I mean, I think we all know the answer to that question. If they're winning, not much. But like whenever he's out targeted by Devontae Turpin in 2 straight games, I think we'll see an issue. Probably was a Cowboys fan. All right, we'll go ahead and close this poll out. It actually worked today. We had 15 votes. 60% say Pickens, 20% say Metcalf, 1 person said Freiermuth, and 2 people said Mike Tomlin. My vote is actually Mike Tomlin. Pickens went 2 spot before. Wow. Where did DJ Moore go? I know DJ Moore's fallen to like 45 or so here and there. So this isn't Pittsburgh. This offense wants to push the ball downfield. Yeah, that's exactly right. Like they will, like it's exponentially good for Pickens. Like you are correct. They definitely don't care about running back. Turpin is a special teamer. We'll see. I know that he is a special teamer, but they did start. I don't think they're going to pay $6 million a year for. I believe it was $6 million a year. Let's go look it up. Turpin, like, because I think it was 3 years, 18 million. I'm not exactly sure how it was structured. So his signing bonus is 1. All right, got to make sure I don't miss my picks. We'll go through that once we're here. Like the reason I believe the Turpin isn't going to be just a kick returner is because of the amount of money they paid him. Yeah, I'll just take these 2. Get the little divisional correlation, and we're good. McCaffrey gets pulled up to the 10 spot. Genty to the 7. I think I'm willing to just do that as well right now. Like, so he will be cuttable, but base of 1.4. So he makes 500,000 per game roster bonus. So it's an interesting way to have the contract. So yeah, he basically has this per game roster bonus is where a lot of his money is, right? So maybe that is correct. Dallas is a fast-paced offense. No worries. Yep. Yeah, I don't know about him being just a special teamer either. I think he showed juice at the end of the season. Yes, uh, it was only a play or two, but man, he was incredibly explosive, and I think that's why they brought him back. Um, is because they seen that, and I think that they're going to be able to use him. And he was explosive without Dak. Like now having Pickens there as well, like I could see the offense being pretty explosive in Dallas. To be honest with you, and Tolbert's fine. Like Pickens, 2 picks before Sky Moore. I wanted okay, it was 2 picks before. Okay, I couldn't remember. I just wanted us to take Pickens in the first round, like that year. I thought Pickens was the play. I didn't care about the character concerns, and I didn't think Andrew Reid would either. He generally doesn't. This pick and deal basically means Turpin is a special teamer. I mean, we'll see. I don't think that's correct. Like I do not believe that. Like I might be wrong, but I don't like every team uses 4 receivers. Like is he gonna be 600 yards? Maybe not. But the reason I tack on Turpin is because he has the ability to get a 60-yard touchdown in a game. If he gets one 60-yard touchdown throughout the year, that's a spike week, right? And he will see offensive snaps. And in the 18th round, I'm personally just looking for spike week guys on certain builds. The Cowboys run a lot of 11 personnel, so who plays wide receiver 3 over him? I mean, Tolbert will play, but like they'll mix people in. Like they're not going to run. Like I don't expect them to run all the receivers 90% of the snaps. Sky Moore breakout could still be coming. Yeah, Jawan Jennings arc. He got it. All right, we got 3 double running back starts right here in the middle. We got Gibbs, Achan. I've personally done that a couple times. Bijan Taylor, I've done that a couple times, and Barkley Irving. I've not done that. Yeah, I I mean you can if you don't like Turpin, that's fine. Like I don't think like let's look up like Flournoy's on a rookie contract, but like they like he signed one of the first days of free agency. Turpin did, if I remember correctly. Like when they signed him, there were other people out there, and the contract, at least the top side of the contract, was better than some of the other people got. So I don't personally believe that that's going to be the case, but I mean I've been wrong before. Got Chase Brown, Rasheed Rice. That feels so good going double running back with Rasheed Rice as your anchor. Yeah, and I'm not saying that Turpin, like number one, big board was 20 rounds, right? And I'm not looking to be like, I don't think Turpin's going to have 600 yards and 5 touchdowns. I'm looking for 2 spike weeks. Like if I get 2 spike weeks, I'm ecstatic about it. Like it's a 20th round pick. I wasn't, like, I've taken him a couple times in this tournament on DAC teams, just because it could be somebody to advance you through one of the spike weeks later. Like if he gets some schemed up touches and stuff, right? Like he could be that guy. I'm not saying that you need to have 20% of this guy or that he's going to be an awesome player, but yeah. That's it. That's the whole like in this style like in the drafters tournaments, well they're all 20 rounds, so like he kind of goes back on the board in my opinion. Um and I had Tolbert like I was being facetious when I said, Turpin over Tolbert. But yeah, I just oh, and you get the worthy fall. I like it. But no, I just like the spike week potential that Turpin brings. That's it. Turpin is a fine pick when Lamb is outside. He'll be in the slot. He'll get some decent touches too. Yeah, and that is correct. Like when they ran Turpin last year, I do believe it was out of the slot when Lamb went outside. So, and you give Turpin space, he's going to make some people miss. And but CD Lamb mostly plays out of the slot, and when CDs when it's the three wide receiver sets and CDs in the slot, Tolbert's going to be in the game, right? So like I think it's just going to depend on what they're like, who's in the lineup, what they play, and with Pickens, CD Lamb is probably going to play in the slot like constantly. That is my feeling on the whole thing too, which is fantastic for CD. Tolbert plays some, Turpin plays some, but Turpin being just a special teamer, I don't know. Yeah, like him being like he will play special teams, and a special teams touchdown helps, but like if he has no yards, 6 points doesn't really matter, right? So, and I totally get that. But if he had 40 yards and a touchdown on special teams, like that might be usable. But it's mostly just for a spike week is why I like him. I don't know how the George Pickens trade turned it into a defend my bags on Cavante Turpin, but it sure did. And I'm here for it. They didn't have Pickens last year. Yeah. Yeah, I don't expect anything in best ball. Like, it's a wild game. So I have Brian Thomas, Nico Collins, Brees Hall, Devontae Adams as the start from the 12 hole. I've been wanting to get some more elite quarterbacks, but I feel I also want a little bit more Brees Hall. Like, I think that I think that this is just too cheap for Brees Hall. I know he goes a little later than that sometime. Like I got him at 45 yesterday. I not saying it's a pick I want to have like 12% of, but I do want to mix it in. And Devontae Adams, I definitely want more exposure to. I'm low on Adams right now. I'm low on a lot of these guys because I have 40% Rasheed Rice right now. So, which is going to slowly go down now that he's actually moving up. Flournoy versus Tolbert versus Mingo for wide receiver 3 should be interesting. Turpin seems like a totally different flavor. Yeah, that's. I do think that. Well, Tolbert and Turpin, I feel like, are definitely on the team. I think Flournoy and Mingo will probably be the two that are fighting for a job. That's my personal read on it. Harvey Pickens back to back there is wild. What are you talking about? This is the new normal right here. Like you better get used to it. That's probably going to be the thing. Hartman getting a little falling value there. All right. I don't. I think I haven't taken Rome for a little while. I think I'm going to take Rome. And who else do I want? I think I want Judkins here. I have all three of those guys kind of the same. I took Addison in my earlier draft I did today. I've just done one more. Division stacked. What do you who are you talking about? Oh, okay. Saw Golden go in the 60s yesterday. I think puppies. Yeah, puppies. Golden needs to go in the 60s though. Like he's the number one wide receiver on a team that's projected to be a good team. He's also a rookie who's gonna the projected is that rookies spike late. So in this style of game, he should go in the 60s. I've been taking. I'll take him in the 60s here and there. I have been for a little while. Like I've had him ranked at I think at 68 this whole time. My RJ Harvey bags on the pre-draft tournaments. Yeah, I said this after the first couple days. I got a share at 89, a share at 92, and a share at 75 or something, and I probably won't get much more. Yeah, I the Pickens. I mean, he might be, but we don't know yet. And Christian Watson, fantasy wise, was great, wasn't he? He was just he couldn't stay healthy. If Matthew Golden is Christian Watson rookie season that stays healthy, he's a fantastic pick. Three hole killing us. Yeah. Oh, George Pickens. Oh well, he almost got the Jaden Daniels push. So every time I take Terry McLaurin, the person before me is the person that takes Jaden Daniel every single time. And most of the rooms I see, it's almost like everyone's playing defense, which naked Jaden is fine, but it just feels like people are out here playing defense. And in this game, that like if you're in a cash game room, maybe you want to do that, but I don't think it's even good there. But in this style of tournament, it's just objectively like if you made that pick because you're playing defense, it's just objectively bad. I want more Harvey. Why are they doing this to his ADP? Because everyone's thirsty, sir. Just thirst, pure thirst. Best O line in football. Plus, he's going to get the receiving work and goal line work. Yep. Just beautiful when NFL shares the same view of best ball slappy Darlene Harvey. Yeah, he really was. He wasn't my slappy pick. My slappy pick got banished to the Shadow Realm, but I still think there's hope. And I still had 11% Harvey. Uh, some of those teams I had Harvey whenever I went down that rabbit hole yesterday, I had Harvey at 180, Jack Besh at 200, and then Jalen Knoll the next round. And I'm going to tell you, I feel pretty good about it. I think I'd take Pollard and Mooney here. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I don't know. Maybe I take Burden. Caleb won't make it back. So we'll go ahead and take Mooney over Burden. Give myself another out for quarterback because Caleb will not make it back. I should have probably looked to see what the DJ Moore drafter had been doing. He's right here. And he was not stacking DJ Moore. He would still take him on the way back around, right? So Harvey and Neal for you, 1 for 1. We could look at my exposure. I missed on my top exposure, like my sixth exposure and like my ninth, but the rest of my top 15 were all like pretty good exposures. So I feel reasonably good about it, but I did miss on my biggest click. Yeah, Harvey, like, here pretty soon, in my opinion, Harvey is going, like, he's going to peak. And at some point, we're going to start hearing that Sean Payton's using Audric Estime, and he's going to slowly slide back down. I don't think he's ever going to get to like pick 75 again or anything, but I think he'll slowly come back down and be in this mess of running backs that go here, like with James Conner, Travion, Judkins, Montgomery. Like, I think that eventually he goes there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he only gets buzz. I don't really want to chase him to the fourth or third round. Well, I told you why. You know why. Um, if RJ Harvey went to any other team, where would he be? Like, the fact that Sean Payton is going to use him in the role they're going to use him is why he has so much steam. Yes, he's talented, but no matter what, like if it was Caleb Johnson that went there, even though it's not a scheme fit, he would have shot way up the board. If Cam Scatabo would have went there, Cam Scatabo would have been a fourth round pick by now. Like, it doesn't matter who, like, just because the landing spot happened doesn't mean that that made it a better pick. Or, like, it makes it a good pick. That doesn't necessarily mean the process was right. To me, like, I mean, all that matters is the Harvey crowd has won, right? Like, and that's the game you play in the big board is you're trying to hit the nut landing spots. There was 20 plus on DK get one free millionaire ticket promo. Oh, nice. Thank you, Chase. I will probably queue one of those up then. As soon as I get off stream, I'll queue one up. And like, I've only done one this year, and it was because they had a free one. Maybe it's the same promo that I already finished. But thanks for the shout. And anybody else, read that. Yeah, DMart. And DMart only fell because of character concerns, right? So I think Harvey's ADP has been bad ever since it didn't start with a 7 or 8. Yeah. I mean, Travis Hunter is still getting positive buzz. Yeah, and feel free to give out any information about promos that you want. So we got Brian Thomas, Nico Collins, Brees Hall, Devontae Adams, Rome Odunze. Is Caleb actually going to make it all the way back? Nope. Exactly what I felt. Even if I would have taken Luther Burden, I would have got the snipes. The snipes. All right. We want... I think we're going to take Fields. And this is kind of where I'm okay taking Jaylen Warren. And the offense is going to be worse there, but I don't really like any of these running backs. I mean, it could be the spot to pull up the other guy. I could take a team correlated bet here with Loveland, but I think I'll take a low owned share of Jaylen Warren here. This feels pretty solid. Justin Fields, Brees Hall, Quinshon Judkins, Tony Pollard, Jaylen Warren, Brian Thomas, Nico Collins, Devontae Adams, Rome Odunze, Darnell Mooney. No tight ends. Yeah, yep, Chase is right. If you do go over there to get the promo, you have to go over there, you have to click the promo button, scroll down, and then click activate promo, and then you go draft your team. Okay, so it is a new one. Nice. The process was right because he goaded, even if the landing spot wasn't clearly valued. Yeah, I mean, I did really like him. I think I had him like he was like my number 9 or 10 running back. I was lower than like you and PPR Tyler and all that. And we'll see. And the reason I was lower on him is because I I question his ability to be an every down back. And like that's and not that like him like being a change of pace back isn't awesome. Like it can absolutely work out and pay off. Um yeah, the snipes is uh somebody somebody at work the other day said that like at our job you get assigned to do something and as long as you have a willing partner you can just trade. So he told the manager that the switches were done and we've done the switches and I'm like that kind of sounds like something that you'd pick up at a bar, right? Like a disease that you'd pick up. And I don't know that whenever I said the snipes, the reason I paused is because it reminded me of that conversation. Because the rest of the conversation was pretty good. Not gonna air all that, but it was pretty good. We got Tootin's been slowly rising as well, which I kind of like him over the other players myself. And sorry, there's all kinds of noises going on. There's a cop on my right. Two mowers started on the left, so it might start getting loud in here. I don't know. Rashad Bateman feels like the safest click and the best click you can make in the 11th round. I'm going to end up with way too much Rashad Bateman this year. So Trevor Lawrence goes, all those players go. I still have one quarterback out. This is why I took Justin Fields, is because I was either going to have to pull somebody up several rounds. I don't know. What did who do? No one will ever know. I mean, which one do I want? I think I'll go ahead and take the Stroud and the Kraft. So give me 1 second. I need to do something real quick. All right, I'm back. We got sorry about that. We got yeah, I don't know. What was the right call there? Was it taking the CJ Stroud with the Nico? Was it double tapping the little bit of ADP value? I think CJ Stroud was the right call. Myself. And it might not have actually been the cops. I do live like a block and a half away from the hospital. So it was most likely that or like a cop behind them to get somewhere. And like I said last night on Candyman's stream, and if you are not subscribed to Candyman, you should go to Fantasy Football Garage, slap him a sub, and watch his stuff. He's going to be alive to. He's going to be alive. He will hopefully be alive tonight and alive at 8:45. Why is he there? One of Hollywood or Besh? You mean Jaden Blue? Yeah, Jaden Blue's somebody I need to move up in my rankings. Yeah, I think I like the Stroud pick too. It took me a second. Like I love the Jordan Love Tucker Craft slap, but I feel pretty good about this, and there is a chance I can still like I can double stack this too with Stroud. Like um, Dalton Schultz is free, right? So and Field Stroud is a pretty good place to stop. Oh, Bateman. Okay. Yeah, I have Bateman. Like Bateman's always the one of this group that falls. And I just don't get it. Like he's my favorite of well, I have Shaheed at the top of that group, but I have him over Mims and Kirk for sure. I personally like Bateman over Michael Pittman. Now, you could argue that if Daniel Jones is the starter, that maybe Pittman and Downs need to go up a little, which is weird because Downs has been going down, and it's supposed that Daniel Jones is going to be the starter right now. Hot take: Packers go 0-6 in the division this year. It could happen. Um, I mean, it definitely could happen. And yeah, Jones will be the starter this year, as Omega King says. Like, I don't know. I think the GM, if Daniel Jones is the starter and they go 8-8 or 8-9 or whatever, is that enough to save anybody's job after spending the fourth overall pick on Anthony Richardson and then not being able to coach him up? I don't think so. That's not my decision to make, but Hartman stealing my glory. You can't let me have nice things, apparently. But I man, all the tight ends feel so good. Pat Fryermuth gets pulled up to 150. This is exactly where I pulled him in my ranks as well. It's too late for Indy, but A Rich seems like a failed experiment. Time to move forward. Probably. I mean, if they're a bad team, I think I think he should go ahead and like try him late in the season. He is at least trying different things. Like I know everybody's making fun of that video of him throwing like the softest pass of all time, but if you watched him throw last year and watched him throw absolute rockets to the like to every route no matter where it was on the field, like you would appreciate that he at least tried to put some touch on the ball. I didn't even realize I had Fields and so I'm going to go ahead and just pull up Mason Taylor because I want him. And I haven't got to a lot of Ray Davis. And I'm going to take Ray Davis for the divisional correlation. It gives me the Jets correlation, and it gives me the. Thought I had somebody else, but it gives me the Jets correlation. I respect the team who roll the dice and just go for upside. Didn't work out for them. Yeah, no, I think it's fine for sure. Dalton Schultz is usually free. We'll see. Yeah, and I wasn't planning on going with the running back there, but and I honestly prefer Rashad White and Austin Eckler, but I've been skipping Ray Davis in the puppy, and I don't like that because I think Ray Davis is a really good click. After drafting two Naked Tua teams on Who Streams, I finally have a taken a front stack Tua. Thank you, Fancy Dog, keeping it real. Number 20 like. If you have not and you are in here, please smash the like for me. So, if you guys want for the second draft, I did mess around with like getting some music. If people want background music, if people don't want background music, we can figure all that out later. Um, but if you would like to see if it's better with it or without it, let me know. I set it up, hopefully correct. I'll have to switch to my headset. If I do that, it'll only take a minute. So, hey, thank you, sir. It would have been smart last night to take Likely up there too, but I talked you out of it. I have too many. Yeah, well, I'm in the I have too many Austin Eckler shares category. I have I'm over 20% Austin Eckler, like 24%, and Rashad White I'm sitting at like 15% or something. And then this might be my first click there because I still have 9 or 10% Braylon Allen. The music I picked, Ferris, is it's just kind of all over the place, honestly. Like, and what it is it's a buddy, a guy I used to work with, has put together like some free music, and I thought I would put some stuff together, see if people like it. Uh, there's no actual words; it's just like streamer music and stuff. I'm partially Wizcast team, but that Pickens deal could be good for. Yeah, that is one of the things I was thinking. Like Jalen Warren might sneak back up in the board. Like, what else are they gonna do? 20%, 26% Eckler. Yeah, he is, and he's kind of going where he deserves to go now. But he was going at 170, 180 for a while. Yeah, that's the thing. Like Eckler and Rashad White, for the rooms I've been building, have felt better than Ray Davis or Braylon Allen. Like whenever I take a Ray Davis or a Braylon Allen, like I generally want it to be where I have some solid running backs. And Brees Hall, Quinshawn, and Pollard is a really, really good base. And Ray Davis is he might be more than a contingent back, but he's at least a high contingent back in an offense that's going to score a whole bunch of points. We will definitely smash him here. And we definitely need another wide receiver. What do we want to do? So I seen Herzig in a draft today, and he actually took Alec Iomanner. Like I don't remember what round it was. It was in Chad Candle's draft. I might just pull up Pat Bryant here. I might take him. I might take him. I think I need a little upside here. I'll go ahead and take Michael Wilson, I guess. And then I'll take upside with my last two wide receivers. Your Eckler shares are good at that ADP trying to increase. Hey, no problem, sir. His inability to beat out Ty Johnson last year was pretty disappointing. I had a decent amount of rookie or Ray Davis. My guy, Io Manor. He did have Cam Ward, so there's that. Like, I'm not gonna say he's just out here taking them at ADP. It was like a round after ADP, and he had Cam Ward. But I've actually went the other way. Like, I have so much. I had quite a bit of Io Manor, like 13%, I think, in the big board. So most of the time, like I will click him in the post draft contest, but I've been clicking DK a little more whenever I do get to Cam Ward. like Ridley's prices rose enough that like I actually don't get to him a whole lot. I've mostly been picking on the edges, I feel like. And Ty Johnson, uh, I was hoping he didn't get re signed, but he did. And Josh Allen has said that he's one of the best third down backs in the league. So we know Josh Allen likes him. Yeah, exactly. I said I probably was saying that just as you were talking about it. Herzig did have a Ridley Ward stack though. Yeah. And I believe it was also around past ADP. I was making breakfast when that draft was going on, so I could barely see it. I don't know if Io Manor is going to beat out DK. Like, they do play different roles. Like, Io Manor is more of the X role, and DK is like the down the field burner, right? So I think they're applying for different roles. He's a faller. I had 35%. Harris and Iron Manor. Yeah, Harris is one of the few that I was underweight on that ended up being a good pick. Uh, and I think I had like 6% or something. And I got quite a bit of Harris over on DraftKings. So what happened to covers? Let's see. Gibbs, Achan, Rasheed Rice, Worthy, JMO, Godwin nailed the double stack. You got Higgins. You got the other double stack. Tracy, Bateman, Jaden Blue, Fryermuth, Jalen Wright, 178 or 187. You have Achan, right? Yeah. I was waiting for you to take Ollie Gordon. just just lock it up. Just no questions, lock it up. I'm going to start looking through these bad receivers. I got a 2.563. Somebody might knock on my door here in just a minute. That's why uh I left for a second earlier. What do I want? I think I just want some. Uh, this is kind of ugly. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go. I think I'm just going to click a couple people I haven't clicked before. We'll go Diami Brown for the division correlation and then Deontay Johnson. I've been clicking Deontay Johnson today. I think he's a fine click. Like, he's, I still think he's probably the most talented receiver at the Browns. I know some people like Jerry Jeudy. In the last round, it's worth a dart. Like, he's like they have three receivers there that are like of equal talent. If Tillman stays healthy, uh him, Deontay, and Jeudy are probably fairly equal talent wise. I don't even like Jeudy, but I mean, what what does Jeudy ever do? Like I had a video about how I like Jerry Jeudy's ADP, but it's because Kevin Stefanski is a really good coach. And I'm a believer in the Joe Flacco, if that makes sense. Deontay will be a fine round 18 click to me as long as he doesn't start getting picked in 18 a lot. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, he got picked at 51 yesterday, right? Well, like if Deontay stays on the team the whole year, like he's a good pick. Like either way. Hey, I hit 100 subs? Nice. We are 8 subs away from my goal then. I'll go over the goal here in just a second. When it comes to that wide receiver type, I want a guy under 10% field owned. I got it. Like I think like if Deontay Johnson played all that, like if it wasn't for his issues, he'd be going in the 10th round, right? Like I'm fine having more than 10% of that player. Like if he's 50% owned, I'm still fine with it. Did he have 1,200 yards? Let's look it up. I mean, I could be wrong. Oh crap. Okay, that was wow, he did. Yeah. Most of that was in like 2 games, but yeah, I maybe I misspoke. Uh didn't need Eckler, didn't need no more Eckler, but didn't want Ray Davis on this team. Oh, Judy, don't do nothing but ball out when QBs get him the ball. And I mean, when he was on Denver, he did a lot of things I personally didn't like. And it's not a Chiefs fan thing. It's like he would drop the ball all the time and stuff like that. Yeah. He had like 270 yards or something in the one game and then a little over 200 in the next. Or it was something like, I don't remember the game log. Let's look at the game log. And like the one thing we know is Jameis Winston is going to sling the ball. So, because he had like a 40-point game, 235 yards. So 142, 80, and so what is that? That's 400 and 400 or 340 in 3 weeks. Like that. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of usable weeks down in there. So, and that's what we went over the other day. Um, I was mostly just spouting. Like it wasn't deserved. I'll admit it. It's fine. Yeah, so we will queue up for another draft. We have a couple options. We can go to drafters and do a mini. We can do an eliminator. And those are the two options I'm willing to do. Type in chat which you would prefer if you want to do a mini on drafters or or if you want to do an eliminator. So the goal is at 108 subs. I'll go over the story that led to the name Who Ames. So if you're curious, let people know, and we'll get there pretty quick. I think. This channel's not been alive that active. The people here are awesome. Everyone go make a second account. We can just we will pop into the eliminator then. Um, I personally want to do an eliminator. I really like. I think eliminator will be really good for content down the line too. Liam Murphy was kind of saying that, and it makes a lot of sense. Um, all right, we're gonna try the 30-second eliminator in 10 seconds. Always get the best player. The end. Yep. A second account for what? So we're waiting on 9 for the 30-second eliminator. We went over this before. I and let's go over my team while we're doing that. Then I'll explain. We got a 2-5-8-3. Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, Brees Hall, Quinshawn Judkins, Tony Pollard, Jalen Warren, Ray Davis, Brian Thomas, Nico, Devontae Adams, Rome, Darnell Mooney, Michael Wilson, Diami Brown, Deontay Johnson, Tucker Kraft, Mason Taylor, Dalton Schultz. Double stacked Houston with Nico and Schultz, Mason Taylor and Brees Hall stacked with Fields. All the, like hopefully most of the rushing touchdowns. I was joking saying a second account to subscribe. Okay. Well, I'm gonna make that it's like I'll start a stream with it. So it'll be it'll be next week, even if it hits it tomorrow or something. So well, this doesn't look like it's gonna fill at all. So we're gonna leave this and we're gonna go to the 20-second eliminator in 10 seconds. And it filled. But we got 9 to start. But this one should fill a little faster. Hopefully they start filling faster once the schedule drops. Yeah. I wanted to do a sprint yesterday and I sat in the lobby for an hour and it never filled. So there's that. One good thing about drafters, if you haven't been on drafters, is these little blue buttons at the bottom is how many draft spots are available. So like if I was to do this on stream, you can kind of just wait until it fills up. And with a $2 draft, you just kind of, I could just wait until it goes to 0 and then just everybody jump in. The first 48 hours after the schedule, you'll see non-stop eliminators. Yes, non-stop. Yeah, so the Jerry Jeudy profile is interesting, and I mean, so is the Deontay Johnson. Because he was starting to hit his stride before they benched him, right? He had a 26-point week, a 21-point week. He had a dud week, and then he had a 19-point week. And then I don't remember exactly what happened here, but he kind of like quit on the team. Like something happened or he got pulled. Maybe he just sucked. But like, even if that's the case, for best ball, that's fine. I know this is full PPR, but so we still only have 2 people here. Nice. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. Yeah, the Drafters app is fantastic. It doesn't look like this is going to fill at all. You guys down for another puppy then? I mean, full PPR, you do have to like adjust your ranks some. Yeah. Yeah, the drafters team I had last year. So I max entered and where is it? There it is. Believe it or not, this team right here got 150th. And you're going to see some stuff that kind of sucks. I had Anthony Richardson, Jaden Daniels, Gardner Minshew. So I messed up. I was setting up the Jaden Daniels with the Terry McLaurin. And I took A. Rich because he fell around. He was like pick 69. And then I realized I was going to have to take another quarterback. And all the quarterbacks were like, that were guaranteed starters were off the board. So I shot my shot with Gardner. So I didn't even have a quarterback in 1 week. And I would have finished top 100 if I had a quarterback that week in week 14. So then Saquon absolutely carried this running back room. Look at how trashy this running back room is. Saquon, Corum, Charbonnet, Vidal, Bucky, Kendre, Garendo. That group of people, like, that is awful, right? Like, yeah, Bucky was good late, and Garendo had some spikes in there, and Charbonnet was fine. But I had Blake Corum, Vidal, and Kendre Miller in this group. We got Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, T. Higgins, McLaurin, Josh Downs, Wandale. As he just said, in full PPR, take Wandale. He's good. And Jordan Whittington. And then the king of this team was my troll, George Kittle, Brock Bowers, Taysom Hill. I had 80 points at tight end that 1 week where Bowers and Taysom Hill had the monster. So I'm going to go ahead and back out of this eliminator. It doesn't look like it's going to fill. We will enter a puppy in another 30-second puppy in 10 seconds. We'll go back to that and look at like some of the bad choices I made. Waiting on 7. We got so number 1, I took Jefferson over Chase because that's how I ranked everything last year. And I didn't deviate. I didn't flatten my exposures in the first round. Full PPR is the only way to play. Eliminator's so slow to fill. Yeah, it really is. Puppies is all that I can get to fill when I'm at home. Not a contest I really want to max. Yeah. I at least want to get, I'm probably going to get like 100 or so. I don't know if I'll max. Like, I'm probably going to do less now that the draft are $2 out there because I can spam those. A non-PPR website, like 0, not even 0.5, I don't think I'd be up for that. Did you see that DK has a flash sale bonus between 4 and 8 p.m. Eastern? Nice. Yeah, I will go ahead and do that right now. I don't I'm out, Fantasy Dog and Who Ames, in one room, too sharp for me. Yes, this is a 30-second one. Deposit $20, get $20. Nice. Yep. I am doing that right now. Honestly, I might only do 10 to 20. Capital is all for BBMs. I don't plan on doing a whole lot of BBMs, honestly. Like, I've done 5. I'm probably going to do like 30, maybe 40 by the end of it. I'm going to do the worst thing you can do and max the eliminator probably. Uh, Folks are puppying until next schedule release week. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's kind of a filler. And that's why I'm excited about the Drafters $2. Why are you doing this? I'll have to do that after the stream. I'll have an hour to do it after the stream. So, but yeah, like I took Anthony Richardson at 69 because last year he was going up in this range most of the season. And he fell all the way down here. And then I took Blake Corum at 117. Like, this team finished top 200 out of 158,000 people. Like, yes, my wide receivers were awesome. But that's all it really was. All right. Coolers is in the 1 spot. Big Truckin' here at the 5. Omega King at the 7. I got the 8 or the 9. King of Kings. If Frank is in here, welcome to the channel. Green Bean at the 11 and Fantasy Dog at the 12. All of us. Bear be betting. We got Bear be betting here. What up, Bugs? Yeah, your exposures are crazy. The question is, do you care that your exposures are crazy? Because I don't feel like you care that your exposures are a little lopsided. And the exposure game, like, it's mostly risk tolerance, right? I mean, you do want to mix in a bunch of, like, you're a lot less likely to win with heavy exposures like that because you need those players to correlate and ping pong in the playoff weeks, right? In a total points contest like drafters, that strategy is a little better because if you're right, you're really right. And the small variances could be the difference between getting first and 100th. But if you're right, most of your teams will cash because it's just based on points. Now, I think you should mix up exposures a little bit no matter what, but, and I know you do somewhat. So, hey, I get a rare Aston Genty share here. I did a eliminator earlier today, and I went like super safe. I liked the team. It was had Almon, and then Derrick Henry, and then Devontae Adams, and I think yeah. And then I went Jaden Daniels, or no, I went Jaden or Lamar. No, I went Lamar because I got the Mark Andrews stack, and like those four players. No, it wasn't Devontae. I took Lamar, and then the wraparound I took Mike Evans. So all those players should be really good, at least for the early season. And I know you still want to spike later, but you do have to get through the early season in this eliminator. Yeah, like, what if you are right? Like, I mean, I don't know exactly how to do it. Like, I wasn't incredibly successful last year, so but the people who are successful say diversifying is usually the best way to play it. Like that doesn't mean you can't take stands. You just diversify around the stands you make. Yeah, let's do something different. Genty CMC start. That's probably not going to be super owned. Probably going to be a little rare. My plan is to march an armada to the money. It totally depends on the draft slot too, but I'm getting a lot of 10 plus spots. Yeah, you said that yesterday because you got your first, I think you got your first 101 in any of my streams that you've done. And once again, you're back there. Mitch at 1.06 is also streaming this draft. Oh, nice. I guess I don't know him. Who is that? Yeah, so if anybody wants, pop over there. I don't know what his YouTube channel is, but pop over them there, give them a follow or at least a like. Help out a fellow streamer. So yeah, we gotta extend the drive. I will go do that right now. Sean Mitchell. Let's see. Yeah. Hey, thank you, sir. All right, sorry about that, everybody. Tell them I said hi so I can actually pay attention to my own stream. All right. Recognize him from Twitter? S. Mitchell? Yeah. Yeah, if you put extend the drive in, it'll come up as S. Mitchell. Yeah, I guess I don't know who that is. He just started this weekend. Nice. I see that dude on Twitter a lot. Didn't know well, he has one subscriber, so I don't think many knows that he streams. Oh no, he has 39. My bad. So coming back over here, of course, my my sweet boy doesn't make it back to me. My sweet, sweet boy. We'll take Devontae Adams. Definitely need a wide receiver here. Yeah, so I got Genty, McCaffrey, and Devontae Adams here. Sorry if the stream quality went down a little bit. I thought I'd go over there, help that guy, like at least give him a follow. Yeah, the Bills guy's Chess Liam. He streamed earlier today with Davis Maddock. Go tell him, say Rice over Jacobs per boogie. Yeah. Remember when Damian Martinez was your sweet boy? Yeah, he's those were the days. And I'm still like holding out hope that one of those two get traded and we're good. Like if one of those two gets traded, there's still a world in which it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I figured you he'll get what? Oh, the joke? Yeah, yeah. I recognize the guys. I recognize him. Like I've definitely seen him somewhere. So, whoops. Let's see what's going on in the chat. I'm gonna guess that everybody in this is uh is drafting pretty well. Considering that there's two streams going on and we have what, six in this one? We got one, two, Big Truckin' might be over in the other one. I believe that's Paul Joyce or Pat Joyce. Omega King, Frank, me, Green Bean, Fancy Dog, yeah. So we only have like three possible wild cards in here, and one of those is a badge. Oh, and Jalapeno Jenkins. That's a name. How rough was draft night watching Dallas and Chicago? It like after the fifth round, it was like it didn't even matter anymore. Like to me, I was just like, well, there must be something I don't know. And that's exactly what turned out. Like, because based on the film to me, and based on what everybody believed, there was no reason for Martinez to fall out of the fifth round. Like, the absolute worst case scenarios had him going in like the fifth round. Now, Dane Brugler may have known something but he's an animal, right? He because he had Martinez going in the sixth, which I felt like was weird and had me a little worried. But he probably knew about some of the character concerns that nobody else really knew about. Yeah, I hope. Chicago don't need running backs. Yeah, eventually all will be right. We got a lot of yeah. We'll just go ahead and lock down running back here. Like I can be pretty close to done at running back with this. I have two should be serviceable wide receivers. I can definitely get another one here. Maybe my next three rounds are wide receiver. I'm positive that Coolers he's been at the one hole Were you at the one hole in the first draft, or was that in Candle's stream today that you were at the one hole and you took Rice? No, that was last night in Candyman's stream, I believe. It's where I yelled at you about ruining his ADP. Almost. Chuba's such a good click. Yeah, it was last night. I only ended up sleeping 3 hours last night, so we the memory isn't as good. I've been pulling up Rice, hoping some of these combos are a little bit lower owned by the field. In this specific tournament, that makes some sense. Like it really does. In the time box contest, probably makes more sense in the Schnauzer. I Chuba Hubba. Um, do I lean into the uncertainty here? I need to take a little bit more Olave. Do I have any? I don't really have any correlation going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and just take an Olave share. He fell a little bit. Only downside is Rice's ADP might rise to the turn when the tournament is only half full. Yeah, that's why I was saying like it's probably better in the Schnauzer. Um, and like I kind of think that at this point the low owned shares of Rashid Rice are going to be the Nico Collins and BTJ shares. Like I think the middle of the draft, that's where everybody's pulling them up now. So I kind of think the early shares are going to be the ones that were the rare shares at this point. Like that's just what it feels like. Like what percent the term is like what 25% or something, 24.8. So if he just continues to move up, it's going to end up being this end of the board. Oh, Green Bean did a little board flip with Bucky Irving here. I like it. I told him at Al Boogie, he was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Never Rice, Olave is Thad approved. Well, I'll be able to sleep better tonight knowing that Thad approves. For sure. 100%. Man, yeah, no, last night I was just, my mind was racing. Just one of those nights I just laid there and I'm like, well, I guess I'll watch some YouTube. And then, that just turned into a rabbit hole. And then when I went to sleep, woke up like 3 hours later, just wide awake. So, but yeah, we got this is a fun start. Genty McCaffrey with the Chuba here. Like, Coolers didn't take Mahomes, so I will be able to get Patrick Mahomes here. But with this draft, knowing these people, if he doesn't go before me, I'll just push him. Will Olave have the first spike week of his career this year? That's a good point. Like I've been saying this for 2 years now. Like I think the stat going into last year, and Hartman probably knows it, he only had one game where he had 100 yards and a touchdown. Like all of his 100+ yard games were non-touchdown games. So I really don't like these wide receivers, but I'm going to go ahead and, since I need to come back at wide receiver, I'm going to take a chance on Ayuk. There has been a little bit of positive buzz on Ayuk. So we're going to go ahead and lean into the positive buzz. I have quite a bit of Pearsall. I don't have as much Jennings. But we're shooting for week 17 anyway, right? Like as long as I can cobble together some receivers to get me through this year, and this team is going to try to flex running back, so it's all good. And it also sets up a double stack for Purdy if Purdy makes it back to 105. And I highly doubt Kings takes Patrick Mahomes. Got the little push on Mahomes. Yeah, this is the benefit of drafting in a stream room. Like stream rooms are harder, but if you know the players aren't going to snipe stacks, you can get away with that stuff. I started CD London MHA Rice on BBM one day, Rice at 42. Very nice. I have a couple, like I have 5 BBM teams and 3 of them have Rashid Rice on them right now. Yeah, I go like 50-50 taking Mahomes or taking a different quarterback. That makes sense. I think if like with my Rice, I'm going to try to be like 70% Mahomes on my Rice shares. And Worthy, I don't care as much about it. I don't really ever expect him to come all the way back around. Well, yeah, like with Green Bean and Frank and Fantasy Dog, I felt like he was definitely coming back around. Rookie season, he had 100 and a touchdown. Yeah, okay, that's why I said I thought it was a single time, and like Rashid Shaheed done that what twice in 2 weeks last year or something. Like, please don't draft Olave. I got a family to feed. Are you saying if I'm drafting Olave too, you can't make any money? Is that? Am I getting that right? I don't take Mahomes with Rice. Really? I think Mahomes, if all their weapons are the yeah, and this could be the Chiefs fan in me, but I've heard other people say it as well. If all of our weapons are healthy, Mahomes could just throw for 40 touchdowns again. And if he just throws for 40 touchdowns, like you want him with all those combinations. And I'm not saying it's like a highly probable thing, but he did throw for what did he end up with last year? He had quite a bit of yards. Like, let's sort by yards. So he was 7th in the league in yards. He was 80 yards away from 4,000. And he had 26 touchdowns. And he actually spiked near the end. So, like, everyone hates Mahomes because, like, they were drafting him in the 5th round. He was still fine at fantasy. If you got that production in the 8th round, you wouldn't really be that upset about it. Now, was it winning the leagues? Probably not. But it's still fine. All right, let's see. I mean, why not, right? We'll just go ahead and slap on the Homer picks. Homer picks all day. That's what this is. This is the Homer stream. We're here. We're doing it. We're doing the thing. Chiefs Nation. Exactly. Since he sucks so much, let him fall to the 12. I am projecting about a 4,030. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like 4,000, 4,300, 30 to 35 touchdowns, something like that. Like I'm a little higher than that. And projections are usually low, right? Like you got to bake in injury concerns. But yeah, that feels very, very fair. It just reminds me of the Puka Stafford duo where it just doesn't math, but if he turns it around, it's a different story. Yeah. And it's kind of more about their offensive line than anything else. Um, I'm going to pull up Jack Besh for the division and the Genty stack. I don't take like Besh that often, and I definitely like. There's a chance that he makes it back to there because his ADP is only 2 spots ahead. I haven't got Besh a whole lot, like, and I much prefer Rashad Bateman to him, but I don't have any Jack Besh with Ashton Genty post draft, so I wanted to get that. It's something that I feel like makes sense to do. We got Big Truck in here playing the hits. He passed on Mark Andrews to take Brian Robinson. I mean, Brian Robinson was kind of a fall. Like Robinson, Pacheco. Where did Pacheco go? Okay, Pacheco goes there. Pacheco, Brian Robinson, and DeAndre Swift have been moving up the boards, so I've been taking them anytime I can. Our defense looks just fine, like just as good as it did last year. It's he's actually lower on Mahomes this year, supposedly. I mean, I don't have all the Chiefs, but I do have Genty. I have Genty, McCaffrey, and then a bunch of guys he likes. So, yeah, maybe. Maybe. I haven't, like, I don't know what he thinks on Olave, but I think Olave is a guy you just kind of like, he's been a second, third round pick for so long. Like, I think you just kind of have to click him here and there. Like, you don't want to completely fade a guy that was going in the second round last year that's going in the sixth now. Like, completely fading that, like, being 0% doesn't feel incredibly smart. Like if you want to be 4% or something, that feels okay. But I kind of want to be at the field with Olave. And Tyler Shuck is a completely free stack at the end of, like, if you have a quarterback like Mahomes, you don't have a stud, like, Tyler Shuck is free. 7 more to go. Uh-oh. Y'all making me nervous. We got a... Hey, what's up, sir? Welcome. I believe this is Frank, right? From the Pound Discord, if I'm not mistaken. I know that the Pound talks about King of Kings and his drafts all the time. Well, don't mind if I do. You want to push Hollywood around? Why not? Let's go ahead and get the super stack. Like, I kind of needed another receiver anyway. Lined right up. I trash talk Olave, but I have 15%. All right. Well, welcome to the stream, sir. Yeah, I think it was Omega King that pointed out that he was streaming as well. So I shouted that out to the chat and sent everybody over. You know, might as well help everybody out. We're all just here having a good time, doing our thing. Hollywood. That's right. Dad's happy because this team does not have Rashee Rice, but does have Hollywood Brown. So I must be doing things right. According to Thad, this is the elite Patrick Mahomes stack right here. I mean, if you're going to make me do it, I'm going to do it. 16 picks past ADP, Drake May, sure. Like, sign me up. Absolutely. A little bit of rushing upside. Definitely back stackable. Like, that feels really good. Did you? Oh, by Coolers? Oh, with the Travis Etienne snipe. Oh, I mean, he's probably planning on going somebody over here. You got man, that's a nice start. Puka, Brian Thomas, Kyron Williams, Hunter Harvey, Pickens at 63. That I hope that this is where Pickens ends up. I've seen him pulled up in here. I don't know how much I like that. I'll probably do it, but I kind of hope he stays where he's at. Correct. I like to the bros get money, not to flush it. Hell yeah. Anybody else like able to click Christian Kirk that often? I can't find myself doing it. Now, in Eliminator, I find myself able to click Christian Kirk, maybe even weekly winners. But in this format of a tournament, I don't see myself doing it very often. But at 141, like that applied when he was going at like mid 120s. He might be appropriately priced now. So, did I like the diva for the Steelers? Did I do that? Did I ban him by? I don't know. Can Shiato can he chat? Okay, good. I clicked over there and you disappeared. So I wasn't positive of what was going on. Um and Quentin Johnston at around this ADP feels like it's okay again. I have 0% Kirk so far. Yeah, that I was wondering if I was by myself, but I think this is the area I'm okay taking him, especially on a team with like Travis Hunter and Tet or Trey Harris, more so with like Trey Harris, right? Because if you take him on the team with Higgins or like Luther Burden or Egbuka, like it would pair really well with something like that. All right, do I want to get another running back, a tight end? Tight ends died pretty much died. Let's look at the board real quick. Bowers over there, Hawkinson. Frank needs to. I'll just go ahead and pull Hunter Henry up. I'm not that worried about the differences in these running backs. Um, I was planning on going Geno Smith with this, but with Drake May falling, like I think I'm fine with that. So I'll add a running back to this next. I might still stop at 4. I'll probably go 5, but I could possibly stop at 4 because I have so much capital with Genty, Chuba, and McCaffrey. So we'll see how I feel later, uh, and how I feel about how the rest of the team worked out. Like I feel really good about this. Yeah, Geno Smith goes here. I would have pushed him, and if he came back to 177, I would have taken him since I got Drake May. But I think I'll probably take a running back here, and then like my wide receivers, I think I came back on it reasonably enough that I'm not gonna have to go 9. And Braylon Allen is the top guy on my list. For this team, if I want to stop, I don't know. We got like if I want to stop at this many, I should probably take. We'll go ahead and take Algier. I don't get to Algier a whole lot. I'll just go ahead and go 5 running backs with this. Um, if I wanted to stop at 4, I probably would have taken Austin Eckler since he has a guaranteed role of some sort. Taking Algier, I mean, I could probably still stop at 4, but I probably won't. I'll probably take one in the last round or something. Still need one more tight end, two more wide receivers, and the last one's kind of a flex, do whatever. And for those of you who haven't seen already, PPR Tyler is going live tonight with who was that? With one of a fairly big streamer, right? I'm gonna look it up real quick. He was going live with I'm sure somebody's typed it already. The Fantasy Football Fellows. So he's at 6 p.m. He's going live with the Fantasy Football Fellows. So if you want to see, and then after that, he's going live on his channel. So if you want to follow him, you can go go to the Fantasy Football Fellows. If you want to see PPR Tyler getting a little love. So we'll go over the team real quick. We got a 2-4-6-2. You got Patrick Mahomes, Drake May, Ashton Genty, Christian McCaffrey, Chuba Hubbard, Tyler Algier. Wide receivers, Devontae Adams, Xavier Worthy, Chris Olave, Brandon Ayuk, Jack Besh, Hollywood Brown. Tight ends, Travis Kelce, Hunter Henry. I'm fine with those two quarterbacks stopping there. So, like the 16 pick fall on Drake May, stuff legends are made of right there. Tyler had one of them on his stream a while back. It's I think it's a group of like 3 people, but one of them was on the stream, saying like this will be good publicity for Tyler for sure. Like they have a dynasty following, so I'm actually when I figure out the editing and stuff a little more, I messed a lot with that today. And like dual streaming to Twitch or to Twitter. So I will eventually be doing that, but for now it's not set up. But once I do that, and probably next week, I'm going to try to start putting videos out as well. And I think all the videos I put out will be more dynasty focused, and then all my live streams will be best ball focused. All right, what wide receivers are left? None, huh? I think I'll just go ahead and take my last tight end, Hunter Henry, or Pat Fryermuth. Feels solid. He should get a slight bump right now with the news. A lot of the streamers are still new to me because 2024 was my first best ball year and I didn't really watch anyone. Yeah, and finding dynasty content was pretty hard whenever I used to be really into dynasty, like 5 years ago. It was just like, it was only like football guys and like fantasy pros, and that was it. So the space is getting a lot bigger. It's getting a lot more popular. It's going to be a fun place. Like it's hard to find any, like in all afternoons and a lot of the mornings, it's hard to find a time to where there's no content going on right now. There will be. And hopefully I'm not too late. And hopefully I put out good content. So, all right, we will peak at running back. Somebody took the Chief, so we won't get him. I have plenty of upside here. I think I just take Jalen Coker. I like Jalen Coker. I don't think we've seen anything yet as far as the content explosion. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm at. Like I feel like it's about to happen, and I'm hoping I'm positioned well. Anybody going to live Las Vegas to draft or hang out FFPC? I am not. I've never even done FFPC. Uh, and this would not be the year I'm going to do it. Like maybe next year I'll end up getting there to where I end up going to a couple of these events. This year I'm going to focus on getting my stuff organized because I have a long way to go, and I want to make sure I get like I spend as much time as I can to get it set up. So like like the reason I want to get it set up is so the dynasty content, like whenever the season starts. So my plan is during the season, I'm not probably gonna have the bankroll to like max battle royales or anything, but I'm probably gonna max the hurry up. I think every week it's like a 50 max. It's like what is it? It's like $150 a week to max. It's like a 50 max $3 tournament or something. Uh, I'll probably like as long as I don't get destroyed 3 weeks in a row, I should be fine to continue doing that as content. But I'll also breach out at that point for like start sits on the weekends. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, like I have a plan. We'll see if the plan comes together. Not Brett. Yeah, me either. And I was planning on working a whole bunch of overtime this year, and it doesn't look like we're going to have as much. So that's one reason I'm not going to max BBM, and I'm going to do a lot of the other contests. But like Eliminator, like I really like the contest. I'm hoping they make like a little Eliminator, and the small Eliminator is just the old Eliminator because they pretty much need the amount of people they have to go half 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 all the way through, right? So a mini like if they do a small field eliminator, they're going to have to not have it all head to head, correct? All right, what do we want here? We definitely need a wide receiver. Um, Demario Douglas did go. Booty is available. Jalen Polk is available. What running backs are here? I don't really like. Maybe I just go here. Yeah, I'll just add a Troy Franklin share, a little divisional correlation for both of those bets in the AFC West, and then with my last pick, I will probably add a random running back. I mean, Blake Corum in the very last round is kind of interesting. I haven't clicked Jalen Wright yet. Maybe I click him. Like apparently I'm failing on clicking him. Uh, Calvin Austin, Roman Wilson are both. That yes, I was talking about that earlier with somebody. Um, I probably should have did that, but it's at the end of the stream. My mind is a little fried right now. I'm getting ready to go outside and start my grill. I'm gonna smoke some chicken tonight. It's gonna be delicious. I don't really have any Woody Marks, but I do like. Yeah, I think I just take my first Jalen Wright share at a 20 pick discount. I do kind of think that it's not great that they have Ollie Gordon, but yeah, I think that's a good pick there. Just get there, and I got you guys at the open bar. it wouldn't take much for you to get me at the open bar because I don't really drink. So I'm not against it. I just don't. But if when I do drink, it's mixed drinks. All right, we got a 2-5-8-3. Patrick Mahomes, Drake May. Running backs, Genty, McCaffrey, Chuba, Algier, Jalen Wright. Wide receivers, Devontae Adams, Xavier Worthy, Chris Olave, Brandon Ayuk, Jack Besh, Hollywood, Jalen Coker, Troy Franklin. Tight ends, Travis Kelce, Hunter Henry, Pat Fry. I feel pretty solid about this. We will look over Fantasy Dog's room once the draft is over. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Frank. First time in here. Hope you enjoyed. It was a good draft. Like, I felt like my draft went well. I know you got sniped. Like, welcome to the stream, I guess. I guess they welcomed you here very viciously. All right, we will go over Fantasy Dog's team since he said he'd done his running back room a little differently. Geno and Josh Allen, Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, Javonte Williams. Javonte might need to move up. The offense probably going to score more. Oh, and you stacked them. Like, with this capital, with 132, 133, I did this a little bit last year with the Cowboys, and it didn't feel that bad. You're guaranteeing an offense that could score a bunch of points. Like, I don't know if they will, but like it's fine. Brashard Smith, he's the guy who's you did it twice. I see. So I don't believe in, like, you're getting the receiving role no matter what here. And then this one, and then two studs. That is different. I don't necessarily hate it. It does limit your options in the it means you can only have four players that have a chance to spike probably in the postseason. But you're kind of relying on Henry and Kamara. Then you got Evans, Judy, Cup, Shakir, Shaheed, Palmer, Slayton, Hakine, Bowers, and Andrews. Yeah, I don't hate this. Like, it is definitely different. I don't know if I would do it twice. Yeah. Yeah, I don't hate it, but I think doing it once per team makes sense. Doing it twice per team, if you make it to the fantasy playoffs, might hurt you. But it could be one of those that, like, Elijah Mitchell goes off and gets hurt at the end of the game, and then Brashard Smith goes off, and that's actually what you needed. Like, you never know. You don't get access to super chats, I don't believe, until 500 subs. So we a little bit away. Did like my 11 seat? I will look. We got a 3-5-8-2. Bo Nix, JJ McCarthy, CJ Stroud at a 23 pick discount. You did the pull up of Bucky Irving, which I don't mind. Like, he's one of the players that I think you do pull up if you're going to do that. It's like T. Higgins on the other end. You pull him up to where you were drafting as well. Both of those are fine. Bucky Irving, Amarian Hampton, Travion Henderson, Ramondre. Like, I'm actually into Ramondre at his new ADP. DJ Giddens, Nico Stack, Tet, Debo Samuel, Darnell Mooney, Alec Pierce, Pat Bryant, Ty Felton, Dante Thornton. Like, talk about swinging for upside late. Like, I almost took Pat Bryant in the earlier stream at this spot. And then Hawkinson and Evan Ingram. So you stacked, you double stacked McCarthy. You got a single stack with Nico. Yeah, I like it. Everybody's stacked. Everything's good. A Pat Bryant only stack. Oh no, you got Evan Ingram, so he's double stacked as well. Yeah, that's a really solid team. I like with those two backfields that both guys kind of play a different role for Fantasy Dogs team. Like the Dallas one. Yeah, I like the Dallas side of it more than I like the KC side of it. I think when we get closer to the season, if you do like a Pacheco and then a Brashard Smith, uh, if he beats out uh, whatever his name is for the role, like I think that makes more sense. But like them probably being the receiving role both, like it definitely limits you. Fantasy Dog, I do handcuffing at the value fell. Yeah, that that's also a good point for sure. Get to 500, my friend, and hey, oh, I look forward to it. Pound the like if you have not, as Vaporware says. I appreciate it. I'm putting some work in. I definitely have a long way to go, but the community here is fantastic. I love it. I've been part of it for a while. Now I want to be involved, and it's all to you guys. Like you could do Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason. Yeah, I think Fantasy Dog had been doing Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. I don't love it because of capital, but I don't. If you get a falling value on one of those two, I don't mind it. Right? Like, and who knows what's right in the end. So, anyway, thanks everybody for showing up. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, 4 p.m. Central, every Monday through Thursday. We're pretty close to the light goal of 108. Frank, if you do not know the light goal, I didn't want to be normal. I didn't want 100. So I just picked 108 at random. 108, I will explain the history of the term Who Hames, where it came from, and then why it stuck around. It's a two-part story, probably be between 7 and 15 minutes, depending on how excitable I get while telling it. So it'll probably be a good time. Anyway, peace out, everybody. Take care. See you tomorrow.